Hi there, welcome back to Headbangers Ball. It's our Pantera tour special. We're coming to you from Stuttgart in Germany. A little earlier we met up with the opening band on the bill, Downset from Los Angeles, and now we have reached the middle slot and it's time to say hello once again to the Almighty. I've got Ricky and Stump with me here in Stuttgart, so welcome back to Headbangers Ball, you guys. We dragged them out of their bunks very early in the day to do this interview. How are you doing?
So it's not early, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it feels early to us.
So I know that Pantera have a very partisan crowd, quite difficult audiences, I guess. How have the shows been going?
Some good, some fine. They are partisan, but they vary from city to city. Some nights it's really hard, and some nights it's not too hard.
Yeah. I think the first week as well, we were playing a lot of new stuff and our album wasn't out yet. So, you know, people didn't really know the songs and stuff like that. But the past week, the album's been out, and the last 2 shows we've done have been the best so far for us at the tour. It's been really good.
So people are getting to know the new material a little bit, which is important because I understand that you're pretty much playing just mainly new material, only one old song, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a 30-minute set, so we haven't really got a lot of time to, you know, delve back into the back catalogue, as it were. So it's like 7 new songs and Addiction off Power Tripping that we're playing at the minute.
What kind of challenges is the new material posing? Because it's very, very heavy, in some ways more complicated to play, I would imagine. So what kind of challenges has that posed with the new material?
I think it's easier, but I
think it's easier to play as well. It's harder for me because I'm trying to sing in places as well, which is quite hard to stop like panting and throwing up trying to sing. But apart from that, it seems to be easier than let's say the last album.
When you first come out on the road, you're not as physically fit as you should be maybe, and I know that Floyd had a little bit of an accident with his knee because he was unfit. So do you feel now that you're getting back to kind of full tour fitness?
Definitely. I mean, the first show, I mean, if you saw us when we came off, you'd have laughed at us because we were all like and it's just, you know, not doing a gig for 9 months and then, you know, getting on stage and going berserk for the first time in 9 months and run ourselves into the ground. So we woke up the next day and we're all stiff and sore, but now we feel fine. We're starting to feel really fit, and the gigs are actually easy, and starting to really enjoy them now as well, because you're not like fighting for your last breath.
Crank has seen the Almighty take a very different direction, and I'm wondering that in the light of the new record, are you finding it difficult to relate to your old material?
No, I mean, the past is the past, and every album I'm very proud of, and you've got to look at it and evaluate it and see it for what it was. But then you've got to accept it and just move forward, just move on, and that's what we're trying to do. You know, it's relevant to us, but maybe it's relevant to us in a different way than it was before. Certain songs that meant things 5 years ago can mean something different to us now. But we're not going to dish our past and ignore it like some bands have tried to do recently. You know, we're still very, very proud of what we've done before.
And so you should be.
Thank you very much.
Now, do you think that this album has come about more due to personal growth than musical growth?
Yeah, just getting older, just, you know, seeing more stuff going on in the world and meeting more people, and yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that one.
Good. Okay, well that is the Almighty. We are going to talk to Ricky and Stumpy some more very shortly, plus we've got some Almighty live coming at you very soon. But we're going to go into the first video from their new album, Crank, and the video here, what's the concept behind that? Because there's very extreme looking people kind of holding you up on the platform.
Very simply, it just represents struggle, and everybody is fighting against something and pushing against something, and like the song, the chorus is "Whose Side Are You On?" So it's a very simple theme, and the video is very simple as well, but we like it.
That was Sabotage with the title track of their new album, Handful of Rain, and let's hope that the rain holds off for this, our Pantera tour special, coming to you from Stuttgart in Germany. We're talking to the Almighty. Ricky and Stump are still here with me, and we're talking about the new album, Crank. Now, in fact, the album title has several different meanings, but I believe it was named after the American slang term for amphetamines, and it seems to me that your last US tour was a pivotal point in the band's career. So I think that America has had more of an influence on the album than just the title. Am I right there?
It's more of an influence in a lot of things, yeah. A big influence in a lot of things. Yeah, you could be well right there. On the other hand, you might not.
No, we had a lot of time in America to sit and think and evaluate ourselves and the band and everything. So we got a lot of ideas. We were pissed off about a lot of stuff when we were there.
Like United States of Apathy and Welcome to Defiance.
Yeah, but those songs even go further back to, like, you know, when we were younger and stuff that when we were 14 or 15 we didn't understand and pissed us off then and still pisses us off now. Just really trying to find contentment and seeing people that you trusted let you down and stuff like that. That happens the whole way through your life. Yeah. So, but I mean, America just was hell, basically.
It was certainly a turning point in the way we thought about things, definitely, yeah.
Then when you came back, you had new management to sort out, new record deal and so on, and that really was a turning point.
We could have gone two ways. It could have been very easy just to throw in the towel and just split up and say, right, that's it, you know, we've had enough of this, we've had enough of being lied to and jerked about. But, you know, because we all like being in a band together, we all like making music together, so we thought, well, let's try and sort out the problems and carry on. And in a way, it's made the band stronger than ever, you know, so.
Now, organised religion used to be a very big topic of conversation in your lyrics for you, Ricky. Why doesn't that make you angry anymore?
Oh, it still makes me angry. Oh, yeah, it still makes me very, very angry. But
it wasn't a songwriting inspiration this time.
No, there's so much other stuff that I felt I needed to say and wanted to talk about that I just steered away from religion. And we've done it before. And like we always say, you know, we don't want to repeat ourselves and we don't want to keep going over the same topic over and over again. So, you know, we've said all we've got to say for the time being. It's not to say we won't talk about it again in the future, but for this time, you know, we left it alone.
And how much do you think attitude has played a part on Crank, Stumpy?
A whole lot on it, really. Oh God, I don't know.
A whole lot. It's early. It's early in the day.
I wasn't really concentrating there.
Attitude is very important in everything we do. Every album we've made, you know, it's the whole reason that we want to be in a band in the first place, because we were pissed off. We didn't want to do normal jobs. We were pissed off being bored in the village that we lived in Scotland, and we wanted to do something to get out and see the world. And if you've got that attitude in you to begin with, you keep that the whole way. We should keep it the whole way through. And I think we've got it even more so now, you know, because of what's happened before. And we're just really excited about the new songs and the new stuff. So.
Well, will you stick around with me a little bit longer, because we are going to talk some more to the Almighty. We have a short break on the way right now, and after that break, as I said, we'll talk to Ricky and Stumpy some more, and also we've got the new Slayer video on the way for Ditto Head, and a little report about the making of the new Slayer album, Divine Intervention, and that actually shows you how they came up with that gruesome album sleeve, so watch out for that. But taking us into the break, we are going to give you a little bit of the Almighty live on tour with Pantera in Stuttgart. We'll see you after this live performance.
You're the unreal thing, in a safety of your own delusions. You're preaching, but you don't believe it. Never wanted to be what you needed. What gives you the right? Picking up the pieces till you take the rest of my life. You're the unreal thing. You're the unreal thing. You're the unreal thing.
Headbangers Ball, Pantera to a special coming to you from Stuttgart in Germany. Welcome back. Now, we just saw a brand new video from an extreme new band. That was Jesus Christ from Toronto in Canada with Peace by piece, and piece by piece we're working our way up the bill. Of course, we're going to be talking to Pantera a little bit later on in the show, but we're still with the Almighty here at the Kongresszentrum in Stuttgart, talking to Ricky and Stumpy about the new album Crank. And
he's a relative of ours, Jesus Christ, did you know that?
yeah, it's a good name for a band actually, isn't it? Now, you've included a copy of the criminal justice bill in the album sleeve for Crank. Do you think that if the album had an overall theme, it would be that people should actually question what's going on in the world and not accept it?
Definitely, yep. Everything, you know, from questioning yourself, because there's so much crap going on, and governments now seem to be more corrupt than they ever were, especially the UK government, which, you know, every year they seem to take a little bit more of your freedom away, and the criminal justice bill is just an infringement, and every more so young people, but everybody's, you know, right to free speech and right to get together, right to listen to certain type of music they want to listen to, right to walk down the street without being stopped and searched. And it's like a law from the dark ages, you know. And it's, you know, if people don't do something about it, then I think it's probably going to go through this week anyway. But I mean, you've got to make a noise and make people aware, and, you know, we managed to get rid of the poll tax.
Yeah.
So
if people band together, that they can make a difference.
Definitely, you know.
Now, Stumpy, I mean, what bands around right now that do the Almighty feel an affinity with? Because you've got a lot of diverse material on the album, and we were talking a little bit about the attitude as well. So do you find that bands from New York, like the New York hardcore scene, or bands like Bad Religion, kind of, you can really relate to them?
Yeah, I mean, you can relate to what they're doing. I mean, we don't sit and like listen to it constantly or anything like that, but I mean, Bad Religion are a great band, you know. Biohazard are a great band. But we're really trying to do our own thing. You're not trying to, you know, like copy anyone or anything like that. You know, they're all great at what they're doing, and we listen to it and enjoy it. But like, let's say, we're still trying to do our own thing, our own version of things.
I agree.
Why do you think that 1994 is proving to be such a good year for heavy music? Because we've got like Pantera going in #1 in the charts, you've got Machine Head doing brilliantly in Europe, now the Almighty coming out doing really, really well. Why do you think the time is right for people to accept heavy music?
I just think that, you know, people want something different from bland chart crap, you know what I mean? They want something that's real, something they can relate to, and I think people want, you know, bands that people playing real instruments and go to a gig and get a feeling. They want bands to sing about things that they can relate to, not things that are a million miles away from, you know, everyday life. I think that's why that's starting to come through. And it's like, you know, people aren't stupid, you know, and everybody's got their problems in life and trying to get through that, and there's a lot of bands singing about that now, so kids can relate to that, you know.
I mean, but bands like, as we said, Bad Religion, Green Day, Offspring suggest definite kind of revival interest of punk.
I mean, as me and Stomp can remember it first time round, and you know, the Clash and the Ruts and stuff, Little Fingers. I mean, I think Green Day are brilliant, but they're the best impersonation of 999 I've ever seen in my life, you know. But that's great because it's relevant now, and if you're a 15, 16-year-old kid, you won't remember those bands so well, and that's cool. So you're seeing bands like Green Day and Offspring for the first time, and you know, they're having the same effect on kids today that the Clash and SLF did and me and Stomp when we were young, you know. So can't knock that at all, and I think it's really healthy.
Yeah, definitely, I agree, definitely. And of course, Slayer have got a killer new album out, Divine Intervention, and last week we showed you the world premiere of the first video from Divine Intervention, the most brutal track on the album, Ditto Head. You guys wouldn't have seen it because you were on your tour bus.
I've heard some tracks from the album though, and I think it's, well, I've heard some, I think it's brilliant.
Great. Well, Slayer are courting controversy with the album sleeve for Divine Intervention, which features the latest technique or trend, I guess you could say, from America. We've had tattooing, body piercing. Now there is a new trend called scarification, and in this little montage we're showing you concerning the recording of Slayer's new album, you see how they actually achieved this album cover, where a young Slayer fan has the band's name cut into his arm with a razor. Now, I am telling you about this in advance because it's pretty gory, and if you do not like the sight of blood, I would suggest that you turn away for the next couple of minutes. We're going to see this little album report from Slayer on Divine Intervention, and then we'll be having another look at the brilliant new video for Ditto Head. So here we go, Slayer, more on the way from the Almighty after that. a couple of relevant videos for touring purposes. We just saw a little earlier Slayer with Ditto Head. Of course, they're touring Europe with Machine Head, which I guarantee you will blow your ears off. That is going to be such a good tour. And we also just saw Cannibal Corpse staring through the eyes of the dead, and they're going to be touring Europe in support of their current album, The Bleeding. And of course, Headbangers Ball is on tour right as I speak. We are on the Pantera European tour, hooking up with all three bands on the bill in Stuttgart, Germany. And we've got a few more moments left to talk to Ricky and Stumpy from the Almighty, standing here outside the venue at the Kongresszentrum in Stuttgart. Nice gardens here, which makes a pleasant interview location. Yes. And we obviously catching you on the Pantera tour, but looking to the future, you've just announced your own headlining tour of the UK, and you know, this is a pretty tough schedule for you over the next few months. The thoughts of the fact that you're going to be touring UK and playing all your favourite venues again, is that kind of something that keeps you going when times are difficult?
Absolutely.
It's the only thing that keeps us going in a minute, I think.
We've got a couple of things to look forward to. We've got the UK tour, which we always look forward to, and we have the Megadeth tour in South America, which we really look forward to as well. So we have both those things that keep us going in our darkest hour, as Dave would say.
No, we really want to get back to Europe and headline. You know, we still haven't headlined here, and it's like 5 years, and it's ridiculous that we haven't headlined here, and we're as annoyed about it as anybody else. So we plan to put that right in the new year. I mean, we keep saying this every year, and something goes wrong. Hopefully nothing will go wrong this time. And we want to come back and headline here, and then you know, we might do some more UK dates as well, and then Japan and Australia, and hopefully have another crack in America.
And we should point out that your support act in the UK is going to be Warrior Soul. I think all of us think that's one of our favourite bands. They've got a new album out called Space Age Playboys. So, you know, why did you want to hook up with Warrior Soul on this tour? I think it's a great bill.
We've always liked them right from, you know, the first album, was it last decade, Dead Century, which we thought was brilliant. We've met Corey a couple of times. He came to see us play in New York. He's a really great guy. I like his lyrics. I like the whole attitude of the band, and we actually tried to get them before, but they were going through the same stuff that we were going through, so it didn't come together. But we're really happy to have them this time.
And I guess if you know, if you are good friends with a band, it makes the tour a lot more fun because you can all hang out together, and you know, there's no kind of egos to deal with.
We try and make it, when we tour and we headline, we try and make it like a party, and everybody's welcome and everybody's free to hang out and have a good time, and there's certainly no egos at all, and it should be fun, you know. That's what it's about. Rock and roll at the end of the day is fun. It's entertainment. It's cool to have a message and all that, but you've got to remember it's fun.
And it should be like one big family as well, because if you're all on the road together, all going through the same experiences together.
Yeah, I mean, it's one big family as far as the Almighty are concerned. We get on with each other really well, and a crew. We've had the same crew for years.
Yeah. If one person's in a bad mood, it puts everyone in a bad mood. So if everyone tries to be happy, then we have so much fun.
But you're in a good mood today for us, aren't you?
I'm actually in a great mood today.
Good.
I'm not.
Stumpy's not.
So just really to finish up with, you know, that you've got a lot of choice of potential singles from the new album. Do you have any plans of which is going to be the next single? Because personally, if that could be my choice, I would like Jonestown Mind, featuring Andy Cairns on backing vocals.
Funnily enough, your wish has been granted, Vanessa.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no, it's going to be the next single, and
Great.
with Andy Cairns on backing vocals.
And is he going to be in the video?
We've asked him to be, and he says he's up for it, so I'm going to talk to him this week and see if I can twist his arm. And Andy's easy to bribe. A bottle of Absolute Vodka and he'll do anything, so I'm sure he'll say yes. It's quite good. We've done some cool remixes for extra tracks as well, so.
Well, best of luck with what remains of the Pantera European tour, and of course also your headlining dates coming up a little bit later on this year. And it's very good to see you guys. Glad to be out on the road with you. That was the latest news on the Almighty. Thanks to Ricky and Stumpy for talking to me, and we're going to let them go off now and get some food and have a bit of a sound check and so on. And we're going to
That's right.
maybe not a sound check. Anyway, we're going to go into another short break right now, and we're going to have a little bit of live performance taking us into that break. After that, we will be hooking up with the tour headliners Pantera. So we'll be going far beyond Driven right after this short break. And as I said, taking us into the break, a little bit of the Almighty live, and they're cranking it up.
The victim